Ceramic Trail there. And Artlink have announced its revival. It's a community-focused project, or the result, I should say, of a community-focused project, originally initiated by Aileen Barr back in '94, but the floods of 2017 destroyed it. But it has risen again, and Aileen is here to explain a wee bit about it. Aileen, good to talk to you.
Good morning.
Good afternoon now, as it is now. How are you?
It's good morning for me. I'm in San Francisco, so it's only 6 in the morning here.
Oh, I beg your pardon. You're back in San Francisco.
Hi.
All right, because you after the original one, you relocated to San Francisco. I know you were working there for years, and then came back last year. Oh, I thought you had moved back last year, but no, just back for the project.
No, I came back last year to do the project.
All right.
Just for a month. Okay. I'm still living here. Yeah.
Okay. So what time is it in San Francisco?
It's 6 o'clock in the morning.
Whoa! Well, aren't you looking bright and fresh for 6 o'clock in the morning? Yeah. Anyhow, you had a busy time when you were here because there was a lot of work to do, but you had a lot of help as well, I suppose.
Exactly. The original project that I did, I started in, I think it was 93 or 94 when we started it. And it was the first public art project that I'd ever done. So it was funded through the Arts Council, and Donegal County Council helped out in it too. And the idea was to do a seat around, based on the life cycle of the salmon, and then a series of individual tiles that were placed throughout the park that were like an environmental trail. So it told the story of the trees, the insects, the birds, the plants that lived in the park. And it was supposed to be educational. So that was done it was installed in 1995, and it lasted quite a long time till the big flood came a few years back. Yeah.
Yeah. Would have lasted a lot longer if it wasn't for the big flood.
Exactly. Yeah.
So how does a new version now differ to the original?
Well, once the park was being rebuilt, I think the council had they talked to the community to see what they wanted back in the park, and one of the things that they said was they wanted the seat back and more of the tiles that were made. So Artlink contacted me and asked if I'd be interested in redoing the project. So of course, because it was the first public art project that I'd ever done. And when it disappeared, I was disappointed.
Yeah.
So to get the opportunity to do it again was really good.
Tell me about the involvement of Matthew Porter, who's a local artist.
Yeah. So Matthew lives in Buncrana. He's a really talented ceramic artist. So Matthew got involved to make all the individual tiles that are placed throughout the park, because some of those had already disappeared over time. They were tarred over, or the seats that they were in got broken. So Matthew worked with the community. He did a series of workshops with schools, with special needs groups around Buncrana, and got people to collect leaves, to collect flowers, and from them made tiles and named them all in Irish and English. So they're added into the park as part of the environmental trail, and they look really, really good. And he also did a couple of maps that show the river from the source to the mouth, and then another map that shows all of the fishing holes that are around the Crana River. Brilliant. So it's really interesting.
Well, it's a really interesting place and a really beautiful place. From 93, 94 to last year, and your involvement both times, originally and now to rebuild it, so to speak. What did you notice? What stood out for you the most? What's the big differences?
I suppose now there's so many more artists living in Buncrana. There's so many more people getting involved in stuff like this, and the community was really open to it. When I started the project first, as part of Artlink, nobody really knew what we wanted to do. It was like, what? Do you want to put tiles in the park? Why would you want to do that? Whereas now there's a lot more art out in the community. There's a lot more exhibitions. There's a lot more artists living in the area. So people were immediately drawn to it. And it's really good to see that.
You've seen pictures of the devastation after the flooding.
Yeah.
Are you amazed at the transformation?
It's amazing. They've done such a good job. The park is so much more accessible. So many more people are using it. We were lucky when I did the project last May, we had good weather. So when I was installing it, it was that week of really sunny weather, and the park was just full of families, people out walking with their dogs. It was really nice to see. It's a well-used place.
And it's the seat, the mosaic seat, is a well-used seat, and a lot of people who just rest on it and maybe not even take full notice of it would have no idea of the amount of work that's involved and how intricate it all is.
Exactly. There's a lot of handmade tile in it. That means the tile is made from scratch, from wet clay, rolled out and carved and shaped, fired and glazed, and then the whole design put together. We were very lucky. We got really beautiful commercial tile that I cut into strips that are used in the background. So we have beautiful colors in the background of it too, but all of that takes time to put together.
Of course.
Literally piece by piece.
And patience.
Lots of patience.
You must be blessed with a lot of patience, because it was needed.
I enjoy it.
Yeah. And what about life back in San Francisco? Busy?
Yeah, it's a good place to be. I get to do my art here. It's a great place for this type of stuff. So I'm involved in doing public art projects here as a full-time job. I make handmade tile for staircases, for parks, for schools. I work with lots of community groups. I work for private agencies. It's a busy time here to be an artist. It's good.
Yeah, and thankfully you're far away from the fires on down the coast.
Exactly. Yeah. So far.
Okay then. Listen, just to remind listeners as well that there is a video up on YouTube of the progress of the project and how it unfolded, and it gives us an idea as well, just the amount of work that's involved and the number of people that were involved.
Exactly. Yeah.
And
Artlink, as an organization, they are the ones who put this together, who funded it, who got the video made, who got people in the community involved in it. So it's a really hard-working artist organization run by artists in Buncrana.
Absolutely. And the best way to enjoy the fruits of your labours, or of all the labours involved, is just to go along and spend some time in Swan Park and have a look.
Exactly. Get outdoors and walk around and enjoy nature and enjoy art.
Yes. Listen, Aileen, keep up the good work, and good catching up with you again.
Thank you so much. Thanks a lot.